You've been treated like you don't matter. Talk over. Ignored. Taken for granted by people who should treat you better. And every time it happened, you thought it was their fault. It wasn't. People disrespect you because of something you are doing. You don't even know you're doing it. But it's real, and you can fix it. Here's something science has proven. Respect doesn't go to the most successful person in the room. It goes to the person sending the right signals. Most men never find out what those signals are. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what you're doing that makes people treat you this way, and how to become the kind of man that people simply don't try to disrespect. Here's something nobody ever told you. Every time you talk to someone, every conversation, every interaction, your brain is quietly deciding where you rank compared to that person. It's not something you choose. It just happens. Scientists who study animals and humans call this hierarchy, and our brains have been doing it for thousands of years. The person who disrespected you wasn't cruel on purpose. They were following a signal. Your signal. You didn't get disrespected today. You've been letting it happen for a long time. Think about a friend who cancels on you again and again, and every time, you tell him it's fine. Or the person at work who keeps talking over you in meetings. Or someone who criticizes your choices, and you just smile and say, "Yeah, maybe you're right." Every time that happened, a small test was running. And every time you backed down, you failed it. Not because you're weak, because you didn't know the test was happening. Here's the one thing most men get completely wrong about respect. They think you earn it by being successful, by making money, by having a good job. But that's not how it works. You can be rich and disrespected. You can have nothing and still be the most respected man in the room. Because respect doesn't follow what you've achieved. Respect follows your signals. The way you carry yourself, the way you talk, the way you respond when someone pushes you. Right now, your signals are sending the wrong message. And there are 4 things you're probably doing that tell people it's perfectly fine to treat you badly. Let's go through them one by one. The first one is over-explaining yourself. When someone questions your decision, and your first move is to explain, defend, and justify, you're telling them something important. You're saying, "I need you to agree with me before I can feel okay about my choice." A man who has to explain himself is a man who's afraid of the answer. Think about it. When a man you truly respect makes a decision, he doesn't give a speech about why. He decides and moves. Maybe he listens if someone makes a real point, but he doesn't beg the room for its approval. Here's what this looks like in real life. Your friend wants you to come to something. You can't make it. And instead of simply saying that, you launch in, "It's just that work has been really crazy lately, and I've been so tired, and I really wanted to come, but..." Stop right there. You don't owe anyone a long explanation for your decisions. "I can't make it" is a complete sentence. Let the silence after it sit. Don't be afraid of that silence. The man who can sit in silence without filling it is already saying something powerful, without a single word. Every extra word you add is a small piece of your power given away. And those small pieces add up over time. The second behavior is being available all the time. There's a simple truth about how people think. When something is rare, we value it. When something is everywhere, we stop thinking about it. This is true for money. It's true for things we buy. And it's completely true for people. When you always answer on the first ring, When you always reply in seconds, when you always make time for everyone, no matter what, people stop seeing your time as valuable because you keep showing them it isn't. Think of someone you know who's hard to reach. He responds when he wants to. His schedule isn't wide open for just anyone. And when he does show up, people pay attention. People feel like they got something when he gives them his time. That's not by accident. You don't have to be cold or rude, but you do have to understand this. Your time and your attention are not free. If you hand them out to everyone without them having to earn it, people will never treat them like they're worth much. Be a little less available, not to play games, because your time actually matters, and you should act like it does. Kindness is not the problem. Free kindness is the problem. Kindness that costs nothing to receive gets treated like it's worth nothing. The third behavior is the most dangerous one on this list, and it's the one most people never notice what they are doing. It's laughing off disrespect. Someone says something that hurts. Maybe they make a joke at your expense in front of other people, and you laugh right along, maybe even the loudest in the room, because you don't want to look sensitive. You want to seem like it didn't touch you. But here's what really just happened. You told them you noticed, and then you told them it was fine. That is not strength. That is giving in, but doing it with a smile, so it looks like something else. The calm response is not to explode. It's not to make a big scene. It's something much quieter. A pause. A still look. Sometimes one short, clear sentence. Sometimes complete silence. But the kind of silence that makes the other person suddenly very aware of what they just said. The point is not to punish anyone. The point is to stop rewarding bad behavior with your laughter. Every time you laugh it off, you send one message. Do it again. Nothing will happen. And they will, over and over, until you stop making it comfortable for them to continue. The fourth behavior is always needing people to agree with you. A philosopher named Epictetus, who was actually born a slave, once said something that changed how many people think about power. He said, "Stop trying to force the world to match what you want. Find your peace inside yourself instead." What he meant was simple. A truly grounded man does not need the room to approve of him. His sense of who he is doesn't come from other people clapping. It comes from inside. But watch how most men talk. They end sentences with, "Right? And you know what I mean?" They share an opinion and immediately look around to see how people are reacting. They need a thumbs up before they feel sure about their own thoughts. People can feel that need, and it pushes them away. Start practicing something small. Say what you think. End the sentence. Don't add "right" at the end, like you're asking for permission. Your opinion doesn't need a vote from the room to be real. The most respected man is rarely the loudest one. He's the one who speaks clearly, ends his sentences, and is completely fine, whether people agree with him or not. That kind of confidence, the quiet, settled kind, is something people feel before you've even finished speaking. If you've made it this far, and you're recognizing yourself in any of these, that's not a weakness. That's awareness. And awareness is where everything starts to change. Drop a comment right now and say, "I see it." Let's find out who's truly paying attention. Because what comes next is the part that separates this video from every other one you've seen on this topic. Now, Here's what most channels will never tell you. Making a list of habits is easy. Telling you to be more confident. Anyone can do that. But none of it works. Unless you understand something underneath all of it. Marcus Aurelius was one of the most powerful men who ever lived. He led armies. He made decisions that affected millions of people. But what made him truly powerful wasn't his title. It was that he couldn't be shaken. He had built something inside himself, so solid, so settled, that the things people normally use to control and weaken men didn't work on him. The fear of looking bad, the need to be liked, the hunger for approval. None of it had a grip on him. The Stoics called this a form of inner peace. But it's more than that. It's armor. Here's the real truth about disrespect. It's a test. When someone disrespects you, they're not always planning it. They're checking, without even knowing it, to see where your edge is, to see if they can get a reaction, to see if you can be moved. When they find that spot, when you react with hurt or anger, when you apologize for no reason, when you get smaller, they've found what they were looking for, and they remember it. But when they test you and get nothing back, no visible hurt, no desperation, no drama, the test ends. Not because you scared them, because there was nothing there to work with. That is what you're building toward. Not performing toughness, not demanding to be respected, not acting cold because you read something online. Becoming the kind of man where disrespect simply doesn't feel like a smart thing to try. And that kind of man isn't built through tricks or tactics. He's built through the slow, real, unglamorous work of becoming at peace with who he is. Everything we've talked about today, the shorter explanations, the quieter responses, the pauses, those only work when they come from something real. When they're just a performance without that foundation, people see straight through them. The goal is to become unreadable. And unreadable men are untouchable. Now here's where this gets practical. Understanding all of this is one thing, but the people in your life have a version of you in their heads already. A version built over months, maybe years, of you over-explaining, always being available, laughing things off. You can't just wake up tomorrow and be a completely different person. That's not how it works. And if you tried, if you suddenly went cold overnight and started acting hard, they'd see right through it, because it wouldn't be real. It would just be a show. The smarter move is slower, quieter. Pull back just a little, not in a big obvious way. Gradually, reply a bit later than you used to. Why stop explaining choices that don't need explaining? When something disrespectful happens, don't explode and don't laugh either. Just get a little cooler, a little more still, not as a punishment for them, as a standard for yourself. Here's why this works. When your behavior changes, without any explanation, people notice the gap. And people cannot leave a gap alone. They start to wonder what shifted. They start to be a little more careful with how they talk to you. They start to feel like your attention is something they might actually have to earn. The person who is always warm, always available, always agreeable, they're easy to overlook. But the person who is sometimes fully present and sometimes harder to reach, while always staying calm, that person has pull. That person gets remembered. Not because they're playing a game, because they're genuinely not available, to just anyone, at any time, for any reason. When you stop being easy to dismiss, people stop dismissing you. We're almost at the end of this video. And what comes next is the part most men don't want to sit with me. If this has helped you, share it with one man who needs to hear it. Not to grow a channel. Because someone in your life is walking around handing out permission slips without knowing it, and this might be what changes things for him. Now I want you to do something. Think about the last time someone truly disrespected you. Not a small thing, a real one. Something that stayed with you. Now ask yourself, with complete honesty, what did you do in the 10 seconds right after it happened? Did you say something calm and clear? Not angry, not over the top, just direct? Did you let them know, without making a scene, that what just happened was not okay? Or did you laugh? Change the subject? Go quiet. And tell yourself you were being the bigger man? Those 10 seconds were your grades. Not a grade anyone gave you. A grade you gave yourself. Because every choice you make in those small moments is a vote for the kind of man you're becoming. Every time you chose the comfortable thing, the laugh, the silence, the shrug, you voted for a version of yourself that accepts what you say you don't want. And those votes add up. Nobody taught you this. And that's not an excuse. It's just the truth. Most men were taught that swallowing a hit without reacting means you're strong. That letting things go is wisdom. Sometimes it is. But there's a big difference between choosing not to react because nothing truly got to you and choosing not to react because confronting it felt too risky. One comes from strength. The other comes from fear. And deep down, you know which one yours was. A man who doesn't react because he's genuinely not affected. That's power. A man who doesn't react because he's afraid of what happens if he does. That's still giving in. It just looks better on the outside. The Stoics believed that your ability to choose how you respond is the most important thing you have. It's the one thing no one can ever take from you. Not your boss, not your friends, not anyone. And every time you use that power well, every time you respond from a place of calm and clarity instead of fear, you become a little more like the man you actually want to be. The man who doesn't need to ask for respect, because the way he carries himself makes the question feel unnecessary. That man wasn't born. He's built. One decision at a time. Remember this. You don't get the respect you want. You get the respect you've trained people to give you. Stop explaining yourself to people who don't deserve the details. Stop being available to everyone. Stop laughing off things that actually hurt. That's where it starts. The man people respect isn't the loudest or the most successful. He's the most settled, the most complete. Drop a comment with one word, the behavior you're letting go of, starting today. And if this opens something in you, there's more to where that came from.